What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and what is it going to take for Hollywood to learn? They keep taking these established franchises, these things that are beloved by both men and women alike, and they decide to change it. They decide to take that thing and use it as a platform for their virtue signaling, a platform to push their identity politics, and then they drive fans away from that said thing that they loved. And then what do? They look at those fans who left, and they call them racist. They call them sexist. If you don't like this, you must be an istaphobe. That's how it works, and that's how it will again work with Pirates of the Caribbean. This tweet got a lot of attention yesterday. We're going to talk about it. Also going to look at a bounty in a comics article and talk about a lot of the reaction and the stupidity behind this statement. This is from Fandom. Margot Robbie teases her Pirates of the Caribbean movie from Birds of Prey writer Christina Hodson will have, quote, a lot of girl power. Keep in mind, Christina Hodson, Birds of Prey, Margot Robbie. Last time we saw these things together, it did not go well. An absolute disastrous flop at the box office for the Birds of Prey movie. So we'll get more into that and why that failed. We're really excited at the prospect of adding obviously a very key female element to that world. And this is from a Collider interview. So we will get to it, but I want to look at some of the reaction to this tweet because what so many people are saying is the fact that there is a female element to the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. What was Keira Knightley? Was she just not there? So many people provided examples of all these different female characters that played a huge role in those movies. Again, a franchise that is beloved by both men and women. Now you're trying to take it and change this thing. Virtue signal with this thing that is going to drive people away immediately. Let's look at just some of these responses. While I'm certainly looking forward to seeing this fail, they ditch Johnny Depp, who basically is the heart of the franchise, true enough, replace it with an actress because of girl power, and on top of that, bring in the writer behind an enormous box office disaster. How many times do these films need to fail before Hollywood gets the hint? Christina 2 Electric Boogaloo here says, the Pirate King is a woman and the Goddess of the Sea was a woman of color. How do you exactly top that? And I see Nick Ricada by adding white women, apparently. Yes. And it's just over and over and over again when you go through and look at these responses. So it will suck. Thanks for the heads up. What could go wrong? Picture the Titanic. So many things like this, and you go to the quote tweets, it's exactly the same thing. Guess Keira Knightley, Elizabeth Swann doesn't exist in Margot Robbie's world. Lord, I hope not. I hope Pirates of the Caribbean franchise isn't ruined by this. I was actually looking forward to it until now. Over and over again, that's the responses you'll see. Let's take a look and dive a little deeper into what was actually said before we talk about what happened to Birds of Prey and how this is going down the exact same fucking route. Suicide Squad, Margot Robbie boasts that her upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean reboot will feature a lot of girl power. And they set the stage similarly to the way that we did. Now, this was during an interview for Dreamland. That is the movie that she was promoting, but she ended up talking a little bit about the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. In response, Robbie asserts the film would, quote, present a lot of girl power, but noted both that it's too early to talk about it and her appreciation that Naimanoff was psyched on the combo of Robbie, the Pirates franchise, and the reboot's scribe, Birds of Prey writer Christina Hodson. I love Christina, obviously, explained Robbie. I'm not a producer on Pirates, so I'll sit back and kind of wait for the process the way you're allowed to do as an actor, which is nice. I don't have to stress about it just yet. We're really, really excited at the prospect of kind of adding a very key female element to that world. And again, this is not something that was missing in the Pirates movies, to be quite honest with you. Naomi Harris, Tia Dalma, Penelope Cruz, and then again, Keira Knightley. Keira Knightley, who gets elected by a bunch of men to be the Pirate King at the end of that third Pirates of the Caribbean movie. This is what you're talking about by you need to add a female element. There are tons of people that love that character already. Why in the world would you fucking need to all of a sudden make it female-centric in order to add a female element? And when I say they're making it female-centric, I mean, that's really what they're doing. This is the first time we heard about this. Disney launches Pirates of the Caribbean film starring Margot Robbie. Birds of Prey star Margot Robbie will join writer Christina Hodson on a new female-led Pirates of the Caribbean project for Disney. So again, you get rid of Johnny Depp. Even though there's petitions out there to bring him back. This has hundreds of thousands of signatures, petitions to bring him back. All the while, Warner Brothers has fired the man for essentially nothing while keeping Amber Heard on. Now, Pirates of the Caribbean isn't going to involve Johnny Depp. That is going to be a huge blow at the box office for them. This is going to fail so badly, but they just don't get it. We saw the same exact thing happen with Birds of Prey. When they started going out to promote this movie, what did they start talking about? They started talking about girl power. They started talking about feminism. They started talking about how this film tackles misogyny, even Ewan McGregor himself. Birds of Prey star Ewan McGregor says feminist Harley Quinn film takes a hard look at misogyny. And all the way along, the promotion and marketing of this film told men that this film is not for you. It drove people away. Both men and women alike got driven away from Birds of Prey with Margot Robbie and Christina Hodson in charge. And what was the result? The result was $200 million in the box office. What an absolute disaster. You're talking about a film that had about the same budget as Shazam, right? About the same budget as Shazam. Shazam made about $380 million, if I remember right, at the box office. Nearly twice what this movie made. Of course, Joker's an outlier. You can't compare this movie to Joker. Joker had a budget of about $50 million, made $1 billion fucking dollars. So I don't think that's really an accurate comparison. But I do think Shazam is a great one because, like I said, they're right around the same budget, the same type of audience they should be targeting. But no, instead they make this movie about girl power. They try to alienate anybody else who has a problem with that by saying, well, if you don't like it, you must just be sexist. There's too many people out there that just can't handle a female-led movie. There's too many people out there that can't handle that the director is a female of color. All of this nonsense out there. That's what was paraded around. And it looks like before this movie is really even realized, we already have this happening as well for Pirates of the Caribbean. Taking something that people love and using it as a platform for your virtue signaling. And I think, as so many people have pointed out, as Nerdrotic has pointed out, and as Lethal Lightning has pointed out, this has already been done. We've already had female-centric Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and honestly, these look like they're probably going to be more entertaining than anything else that we could get from this group of people. So honestly, I think we should just stick with the originals. Stick with the original female Pirates movies. So shout out to Lethal Lightning, for making sure everybody knows and everyone is aware of all of these things. I want to hear your thoughts, though. Do you think this is getting blown out of proportion? I think this is a really bad way to start, especially when people are so bitter about Johnny Depp not being a part of this thing as it is. Now you're going out and you're saying that you want to make this some sort of identity politics driven thing. This is going to drive people away. This is not going to work well for you, Disney. And it's going to be interesting to see this flop on its face. Let me know. Smash a like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell for notifications. Share this video out there. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.